Hey guys, Jeremy here, and this is a 4-in-1 soil tester, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. Now, before we go outside and test our soil, I thought it would be to our advantage if we was just right here in the shop, and I'm going to explain everything to you that this device does, how to read the display, and then how to check your soil. So if you'll come right up close here, there's some things that I want to show you. So when we power this on, here's our power button and here's our off button. We're going to long press it to power it off, long press it to power it on. And then what we get up here at the top is going to be the intensity of our sunlight. So right now it's low, and that's just because we're using LED lights here in the shop. Then it's also given us the temperature there, and you notice it's 32 degrees Celsius. Now, if I wanted to switch that to Fahrenheit, which we're at today, it's showing 89 degrees right here in the shop. And then it's also showing a dry plus or super dry moisture level. And that's just because there's nothing here, okay? Now, this is a pretty sensitive probe that we're going to stick into the ground. I want you to notice that when I hold on to it and just use my body heat, that it is live time increasing in temperature. So once we stick this into the soil, it's going to read that soil, and we're going to know just how warm or cool our soil is. We're also going to know how wet or dry it is, and then the location that we're at, we're also going to know how the sunlight is hitting it. Now, on the back side, we do have a switch here, and when we switch this over on the back side, we are going to get the pH of our ground or of our dirt. And so that's going to change based on your moisture level and the type of dirt that you have. So that's what this does, and it's super simple, easy to use. We're just going to stick it in the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside and we're going to hit some pretty dry places, and then we're going to hit some pretty wet places. Now, we have just retiled our basement, and so I got a lot of fresh dirt that's up on top, and most of it is clay, to be quite honest with you. It's super dry. We haven't had rain here forever, and so I just want to show you what it looks like when we hit a dry spot and what it looks like when we hit a wet spot. And in that wet spot, what we're going to be testing there is going to be water that's come out of my sump pump. So groundwater is what it's going to be. I'm not sure if the pH is going to be high, pH is going to be low, or if it's going to be neutral, but we're getting ready to find out. Okay, so the first place that we're going to check here is in the shade. We got a lot of loose dirt here. We got sand and we got gravel, and we've just got soil. So we're going to stick this into the ground. And if you come right up close here, let me show you what we've got. Okay, so you can see that it's doing a reading of the pH. And so a few inches down there, we're sitting at 6.9 or 6.8, which is going to be pretty much a neutral, it's going to be a neutral acidity, okay? So what we want to do next is we want to flip the switch in the back. And when we flip the switch in the back, we're getting low light here because we're in the shade. The ground temperature is 81 degrees, and you can see that it is super dry right here, super dry. Okay, so now we're at the end of my yard. I do have a little bit of grass right here, and if you can see, my sump pump has actually been draining out to here. So we're going to be testing some clear groundwater and see what this is like. All right, so real easy. We're just going to stick it right here in the ground. All right, and you can see the temperature is reading 89 degrees, 88, but we're at, you see this switched over to a high now. We're not shady, we're right here in direct sunlight. The ground temperature is sitting at, 80 degrees like it was back there in the shade. 83, so a little bit warmer here. But you can see that the ground is wet plus, which means that it's saturated ground is what it is. Now what we want to do, we want to check that pH level of this, because we do have a lot of moisture that's going in. 8.5. Now what we're going to do is hold off for a minute, see if that changes at all, because 8.5 is leading more to the alkaline side. Now it's just popped down to neutral. And then the lower it goes, it means it's the more acidic it becomes. Right now we're in a fairly good range here. But again, the lower the number, the more acidic the ground is. Okay, so this is an untouched piece of ground. As I said, I've not even mowed here for a couple weeks because it's been so dry, grass isn't even growing. So we're just gonna stick our probe in, get it down there a few inches, and we can see the pH. It was at an 8.5, and it dropped back now to a 6.0 or 6.8. And that's about where we want to be. This is right in the neutral area. This is right in the good area. Okay, now we're going to flip our switch here. Ground temperature sitting at 88. You can see moisture level now says normal. Normal. We're right in high heat because we're right in the straight sunlight. Ground temperature, untouched ground. It's been absorbing the heat for a while. 87 degrees. But what I'm really interested in here is that it says it's normal, moisture level is normal in this piece of ground, which, you know, no rain for a few weeks, but it just kind of equalizes itself. So that's really nice. So if you're looking to plant some grass seed, if you're going to do a flower garden, vegetable garden, and you're wanting to check the pH of your soil, you're wanting to check the moisture level of your soil and the temperature of your soil, things of that nature, then getting a soil analyzer is definitely something worth investing in.